So I was thinking last night in my bed at about 4 in the morning of lots of different things that people can do to sound like themselves. And I came up with a bunch of really cool ideas, things that I've done in the past, but forgotten that I've done. The first thing is, this isn't really a shopping video. I'm not going to go to a shop and buy a bunch of stuff and tell you what you should buy. I'm just going to offer guidance and ideas from my many years of buying gear. So the first thing I'd recommend wholeheartedly is to invest in a really good 2x12. Because 2x12s are A, portable by two people, especially when they have handles either side like this. They're definitely moving enough air, not as much air as a 4x12, but they're definitely going to move a considerable amount of air. Having a cab and then a head gives you way more flexibility in a rig than, say, using a combo. Combos are great and they're affordable, much more affordable than a head and cab, depending on what you buy, but they don't give you the options of swapping components out all the time, or do they? So for this video, I'm going to assume that you own a cab, or tell you that it's probably a great idea if you would acquire a cab at some point. You can build one, if you've ever considered doing that, or buy one second-hand. Second-hand's a great option if you're on a budget. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put together 3 rigs with component gear in this room that consist of gear that's under £1,000, some of which would be £1,000 even if they included the cabinet. Let's look at rig number 1. Mystery rig number 1! It's mystery, so you can't tell what it is, although it's also covered in Thomann blanket.
Crikey.
So mystery rig, I'm going to play some tones, and then I'm going to get Diz to play some tones in this random gypsy rock style, and I want you to guess what it is, and also guess the price. So viewers, here's Diz, and Diz's brand new Bronco. Well, I say brand new, actually it's a 78. Yeah. That's correct. He's very happy with that. And just to let you know, the tone blanket has been removed. Here's the tone blanket, so that you're getting in the room camera tones, because we're quick and affordable. And we're going to start with some clean tones from Diz. Go for it, bro. Rig number 1 was this. Let's give them a close-up of the head so that they understand the situation. So this head is a Roland Cube 80XL, and I had it modified so that it would have a 16 ohm output on the side. Not everybody can modify a head, and of course I wouldn't recommend that everybody did that, Diz, because it's not, not everybody wants to modify their head. But it was really cool. Sounds amazing. That's rig number 1. Let's chat about secondhand because, of course, I've never really spoken about secondhand gear before. Obviously, Andertons they do sell secondhand, but not a lot of it. So it's not likely that we would ever really review something secondhand. This is secondhand. This cost me £200. I think it retails for, or maybe just a bit more than £200. Retails for $380. I have bought a lot of secondhand guitars, including my V and a bunch of dirty things I've got hidden around this place. Secondhand's a great way to go if you're on a budget and you're trying to find your tone bit by bit, putting ideas together, and then when you've really got a solid plan for how you want to sound, then you can buy the new stuff or the vintage gear and sort of spend more money because you've really crafted in your mind what it is you're going for. In other words, you're not going to suffer from option paralysis when you get your rig. This is rig number 2. You might need to tune the bejesus out of it though, because it's been a while since I ragged on it. Rig number 2 was this PV Valve King Mini Head. Bet you didn't guess it was that. Sounds great. This amplifier costs 399 Imperial credits of the British realm. ML1, roughly £400. 419, I think. Second-hand Gibson Flying V. Now, this is second-hand because I bought it second-hand. You can get them for £600 if you shop around at the right places. Pedals are really cool. Now obviously these rigs were guitar and an amplifier, but here's an idea that lots of pro-end guitar players do that I think is something that you should probably, if you don't know about, you probably already do, but if you don't know, it's a cool idea. And that is, you can have like perma-on pedals, so you can take like classic tube screamers or octave fuzzes or choruses or flanges, and you can have them on really, really mildly, or have the, for example, on the back of the Dwarf, there's a level for the effects that you can have really, really low or really high, and it just really slightly mixes it in between the preamp stage and the power amp stage. And what a lot of artists do is they'll have a tray in their rack of all the bits they use, and all the pedals they have that are perma on are taped up and locked in position, glued together, put in one drawer, and they're always there, like a rat or a screamer or choruses with the depth all the way off. All sorts of tricks you can do. So experiment with pedals you got, put them through the loop, and have them dialed in really, really low, and see if you can make an interesting change to the tone that could be your signature thing. And then you can tape it all up, lock it in a box, and no one ever needs to know your secret sauce. Secret rig number 3. rig number 3. Red Dwarf. Doing us proud. ML2. You know how much they cost. I don't need to tell you. Secondhand Fender Bronco 780. Now, obviously, the Bronco and the Dwarf don't make a £1,000 rig, but if you can mix and match bits with the other rigs, you get a rig for £1,000. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. So the key thing is to get an amp and a rig that focuses on your main focal tone. So, for example, if you want a really affordable clean tone, you could do worse than to use a modified Roland Cube ATXL because it's 80 watts of clean tone dis.
Certainly is. I think the other thing with the Rolands is with all the built-in effects, there's a lot of scope to like try out a lot of things.
Yes.
You can get an idea for like octaves and distortions, delays and clean tones, and just have a play.
By the way, Dis's band is called Big Zin, and you can find it here.
There actually isn't anywhere to find it yet.
No, you can't find it here.
It will be soon.
But I did Bing, so could we put something else cool here instead?
Yes.
I have been Rob Chapman.
And I've been Diz.
Bye!